Look, we all watched it. Frankie Edgar and Marlon Vera. I mean, I'm not here to react to this particular video, but rather to discuss some of the feelings. I'm in my feelings at the moment, you know? I mean, Marlon Vera is a stud. He's a legit contender in this division. And he's a young guy on the come up. And what he did to Frankie Edgar in terms of that front kick was brutal. It was absolutely brutal. And if you're a Frankie Edgar fan, it breaks your heart to see Frankie Edgar lose and lose like that. To make it even worse, he was competitive in that fight. Heck, he was going to potentially more or less win that fight if it wasn't for that finish. So he wasn't outclassed by any, by any strikes of the imagination. But mate, this has happened to him with Corey Sandhagen and now Marlon Vera. And it doesn't look good, Frankie. It doesn't look good. And it's hard for a loyal fan such as myself to watch. Frankie Edgar versus Gray Maynard, for those who remember that trilogy, is potentially the best trilogy of all time. And what Frankie really represented for a generation of fight fans and for the people that love him was the story of an underdog, was the story of a guy that absolutely, took challenges and showed the smaller bloke, showed the guy that was getting knocked down that it could be done. You could win. You could win with skill, but you could win with your heart. And you could put things on the line, and all those aspects mattered. And you could be successful at the greatest level of mixed martial arts combat. It was a metaphor for life. That's what Frankie Edgar represented to me. And when a legend like that takes beating after beating, and here's the thing, he is in these fights for the most part. But mate, I had a couple of mates send me screenshots of this. My boy Frankie's now a meme. That's just disrespect. I mean, the internet is a cruel place. The world that we live in is a cruel place. And this is not a place for a legend to die. This is not a way for all the achievements, the younger generation that probably doesn't appreciate the legend that is Frankie Edgar. This is not how it needs to end. So who am I to tell Frankie to raise him up? Especially when he's as competitive as he has been in the couple of last fights. But man, this just makes me sad.